Politicians, who are some of the stupidest people in the world, they made decisions for law enforcement, what they can and can't do. And they removed the chokehold, right? Remember, even under Biden, you got to make it illegal for police to use chokehold. That's not in a deadly force application. And of course, we know what that does. That makes police command completely jump into a panic mode. Liability is everything. And here's department policy you can't do. And then that's feeding into an already lazy cop base who don't fucking train. They don't take care of themselves. And it's just a really horrible cycle. What we do is we put in more de-escalation, more tools that don't work. Oh, here's the taser. Here's the bolo. And we depend on cops. We think cops are training and keeping on top of themselves so that when they deploy a tool or a technique, it's going to be done the way it should. It doesn't happen that way. I've talked about it many times in interviews with experience. Cops don't train. They just don't. I've offered free training. I know so many other defensive tactics experts who offer free training. Cops don't want to take it up, and that's just it. But when it comes down to the rear naked choke, in my personal and professional opinion, it's the safest tactical maneuver of all time. But Eric Garner made it infamous for being, it's police brutality. Instead of using a tactic that would actually work, what do we have cops doing now? Shooting people. We just had Mustang police. She didn't identify there was a pair of gloves in his hands. She didn't know what it was. So the cop shot him. We have the Aurora cop by himself in an open area. I mean, insanely open, being pushed around by a guy who was probably half the weight of the cop, clearly was not looking to cause the cop death or great bodily harm, was mental health subject, was a little bit crazy, all this. Cop can't control him. Cop is getting pushed around. Cop doesn't sit there and have the mindset to go, I should use this open space to my tactical advantage, back off and wait until backup gets here. What does cop do? Shoot and kills him. Insane. The shooting we saw at Fountain Valley, where the female police officer goes right to her pistol on a mental health subject when she's told to back off. And what does that cop have to do? Shoots the subject. We have cops who are now going right to shooting people. Hell, Chicago police, we just had the death of a Chicago police officer who was shot by her partner. Cops can't fucking handle their pistols, and they are killing people, including each other, left and right, and we have to talk about this big problem. But beforehand, make sure you go to coptalklive.org. That's our website. Sign up for our daily newsletter. You're not going to get spammed. You're going to get articles, videos, training, and more. And starting this July, the first Thursday of the month, we're going to do our town halls the first Thursday of every month starting this July, and then the first Sunday of July, and every Sunday after, we're doing a roll call. So what is that? That means if you want training, police lecturers, listening to experts who want to change the field, being both pro-law enforcement and critical, severely critical of cops, even anti-cop, then you want to subscribe on Patreon to our Cop Talk Live. We're still live on Wednesdays. You guys can call in. We do reviews of body camera footage and more. We take your calls, take your questions. But if you want more in-depth, join us on Patreon. Become a member the first Thursday of every month. You're going to be able to open a forum, talk to people who are in law enforcement, the trainers we have that day, the lecturers we have for that presentation, and more. You're going to be able to bring together your input, your questions, your comments, your suggestions, and then the first Sunday, and then starting every Sunday after that, it's the roll call for the week. It's you and me. You're going to be getting on. Let's talk about the videos you want me to cover, the content that I should be reviewing, the feedback. We're going to plan the week for changing cop culture. So go to patreon.com/coptalklive, hit the membership and become a member, and join us as we help change cop culture. All right, let's take a look at this news interview first, and then let's dive into this video.
News starts with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news at 11, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office revealing what led up to an officer-involved shooting in Punta Gorda earlier today. Good evening, I'm Michaela Redmond.
And I'm Rick Adams. We are now finding out this was a deadly shooting. It happened just after noon earlier today on Sandy Pine Road. The sheriff saying the man killed is 42-year-old Elroy Clarke. Clarke calling authorities to have an unruly house guest removed. Deputies then What they were learning that Clarke had a warrant out for his arrest.
When they tried to arrest Clarke, he resisted, the sheriff's office saying deputies tried detaining him for 20 minutes. Take a listen to the sheriff.
They tried to use the taser several times, had no effect. They used pepper spray, had no effect. They used a baton, and they even went, 3 deputies went hands-on with him at one point when he was laying down on the ground, and he threw them off of him like they were rag dolls. And he was shot with the beanbag rounds several times. Again, no effect. And shortly after he was shot with the beanbag rounds, he charged one of the deputies. And he actually got his hands on the deputy. The deputy had drawn his weapon and fired. So 2 deputies did fire their firearms in this. And unfortunately, Mr. Clarke did succumb to his wounds.
Clarke's warrant was for failure to appear on trespassing charge. The sheriff says one of the deputies Clarke attacked is being checked out at the hospital for a possible head injury. The sheriff also promising to release body camera footage and dash cam video. The state attorney's.
And we're going to look at that now. And the first thing that I'm going to go to is I'm so tired of the salaciousness, if you will, of police rhetoric, you know, and I'm guilty of it. We used it in our reports and whatnot, where you have to be really descriptive in your narrative that leaves no shadow of a doubt in somebody's mind that somebody's guilty of something. Police say the taser had no effect. Yes, it did. It had an effect, just not the one that you wanted. The pepper spray had no effect. Well, that literally means that, you know, I'm standing here right here, you tase me, and I go, okay. Didn't have an effect. No, it had an effect, just not the one that you wanted. Pepper spray just didn't have, and then they threw them off like rag dolls. That's extreme. We know. I get it. And it's all to sensationalize and be salacious in justifying shooting somebody. And again, 3 cops on 1. I'll be the asshole. My generation of cop is the last generation that we worked before we had tasers, and we took people into custody without fucking problems because we knew how to fight and we knew how to take them into handcuffs. It was that simple. This, I have an opinion, is probably going to be more proof that we have lazy cops who don't train, who are not fit, they don't lift weights, they don't train martial arts, they're not confident in their ability, and maybe a rear naked choke would have actually ended this immediately. So let's watch this together and have some commentary.
I bet him. Hey, get off.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
Florida cops were called to a routine trespass complaint. Little did they know this call-out would end in a fatality.
What happened today, sir?
He came into my home and I told him he can't come in without permission. Yeah. So he violated my space. Then came and slammed my door. So he destroyed. Yes, that's destruction of property.
Where is he currently?
He's currently in my area that I allowed him to stay in.
How long has he been staying here?
For a few months now.
Okay.
He needs to be evaluated or looked at or whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Do you have any weapons on him?
He has no weapons on him.
Do you have any weapons on you?
I am the weapon.
Okay. Do you have any guns on you?
That's probably a red flag. Do you have any weapons on you? I am the weapon. Hey, I respect the shit out of that, but that's probably a red flag that should have put you guys in alert mode. You got dude over here. He's kind of lax. This may be training, I'm guessing, or FTO. I don't know if they ride in 2 cars. I don't like the 2 guys talking. You know, you have a contact and cover officer, and if you're the cover officer, shut the fuck up. So I don't like that this cop was asking questions and then the other cop answered, unless this was a field training scenario where the senior officer felt that, you know, the trainee was not getting the job done. It could have been that. But, you know, that's that. He's flanked him. You know, he's in a good position. The one cop engages him, which means this cop is going to be on his flank, but he's not remotely prepared for contact.
I don't use guns.
Officers established that the original call is a civil matter and it looks like they're about to leave. However, they run some back civil matter.
I don't use guns.
Officers established that
this position is almost like the fetal position. This kind of calm down. This is an instant reaction of submission. You've got your hands down. Oh, I don't want to. You can see his head's tilted. This cop is afraid. This cop is not ready to go hands on. And this is not a position of dominance from This cop. This guy, the subject, he's got his hands at his center line. Yeah, you can tell he knows what he's doing. He's got them at the ready. They're right here ready to deploy anytime whatsoever. This cop is body language. This cop is not ready to go hands-on.
The original call is a civil matter, and it looks like they're about to leave. However, they run some background checks on the homeowner and discover he may have provided them with a false name.
Elroy.
That's not my name.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. You got a warrant for your.
Do you know?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
Calm down.
No one's calming down.
Don't listen to that man.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be debatable. Did they clear the scene? Is he free to leave? Is it an investigation? Well, they found a warrant for him. They got a warrant for him. You got a warrant for him. I'm not going to criticize that right now because I don't know what it was. It is a bench warrant for failure to appear for a criminal trespass case. That's kind of ironic, but he's got a warrant for him. It's as simple as that. And if they can identify him, if he's got photos that match up to him, I don't know how the computer system is now. We didn't. And that's obstruction of justice. If you give in Illinois, if you give us a false name to avoid an arrest, great. Did the homeowner have to give the name information? I mean, if it's a civil matter, and I'm like, I want guy's here, and he's living in my house, and I don't want him here. Well, it's civil. We can't do anything about it. Okay, well, I'm not giving you my name. So I'm not going all the way down the rabbit hole of what led them to run him in the first place to obtain the information of getting the warrant. I'm going with, okay, it's valid, got a warrant, you got to take him into custody. There you go. Let's do this as quickly as possible.
And take off your glasses.
What is your name?
It's okay.
What's your name?
Take off. I told you, it's Ben Day.
It's not Ben Day. I got your picture pulled up, man.
That is
You're
not
Elroy.
That is not me.
Okay,
how are you going to tell me who I am?
Because I got proof. I got your picture.
That's proof?
I have your
bullshit.
ID. I have your ID.
That's bullshit. You got bullshit in your hands. In your eye,
Bro,
your car.
Calm down.
Hey, right about now, too, you either, if you know, it's ask, tell, or make. If you have proof that it's him, then you need to just take him into custody, especially if he's getting amped up. I know you guys are very heavily reliant on the taser. You pull your taser then. Taser or pepper spray, get it out, or you're going to get ready to tackle this guy. It's as simple as that. You need to approach him. I don't like the talking. I do not like the engagement. I don't like giving somebody enough time to start playing in their head, fight or flight. What am I going to do? And I don't want them to start, assessing the situation like Denzel Washington in The Equalizer. Well, I could do this in 19 seconds. I see that cop is leaning on this leg and I could flank out. I don't like that shit. So ask, tell, make. And right now you need to get on top of him, get him in cuffs.
You're on my land. You're telling me to calm down?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
I've been here peacefully making things happen in my world.
And you see the deputy behind me here. He's not ready. He's got one hand on his gun belt, another hand, it looks like it's on the taser, but he's not ready. I think this is a trainee. This is what my guess is going to be.
In my space.
Yeah, it's looking like it's a taser, especially if his magazine is on the opposite side. This will be his pistol on this side. I don't like this. Get the taser out already. Have it behind your back, but have the taser in your hand already and unholster it.
I'm allowed to do that. I haven't troubled anyone. There's been no crime.
Here's what's going to happen.
There's no crime. It's a civil matter, and I said leave. That's all that matters.
Put your hands behind your back.
Listen, it's a civil matter.
402 Central, give me trouble.
I am calm, and it's not about to be. It's not about to be.
If I heard my contact officer say, put your hands behind your back, and I'm the backup officer here, I'm stepping to this guy. You're on a flank. You go right to him. He's engaged. The contact officer should be engaging, distracting, and I go right in for an arm. This cop he's got to be brand new. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I want to stay calm. I want to stay calm.
If you fail to comply.
If you fail to comply to what I just said, I want to stay calm. If you fail to comply with what I just said, listen, I don't take orders from you. Listen, you're not touching me.
You're about to get tased.
For what?
You have a warrant for your arrest.
Here's the hand position again with this rookie cop. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I get it. Sadly, there's going to be a lot of trial and error. I talk about this all the time. Law enforcement is one of the worst jobs for learning on the job. It's not like Starbucks where, I confuse your grande latte mochaccino, whatever, with your grande chai latte, and I give you the wrong one, and you're irritated as a customer. Well, let me remake that for you for free, and, then you leave irritated, you call and complain. Well, nobody died that day, right? And maybe after my 6th time of screwing up, I worked on it and it cost the company 6 free cups of coffee. These learning on the job experience, people die. People get hurt, people get injured, people rack up arrests and court fines and screws up their lives, or they die. So law enforcement needs to be taken so much more seriously by police officers when it comes to applying the job, especially when you're new, because when you make mistakes, other people suffer for it.
Not have a warrant.
Put your hands behind your back.
I am Ben Day. Who's the warrant for?
For you.
For who?
For you.
Who's who? Who's you?
Listen.
Who's you?
Too much
Put
talking.
your hands behind your back.
I am Ben Day. Do you hear what I said?
Do you have an ID?
I am Ben Day. I'm on my property. I'm not operating in commerce.
Do you have
Is
an
this
ID?
commerce?
The man is adamant that he is not Elroy Clarke. Elroy has a warrant for a relatively minor trespassing charge. But whether this man is Ben Day, as he claims, or Elroy Clarke, it's clear he has no intention of cooperating with officers, and the situation is about to spiral out of control.
You're about to get tased. I'm not, yeah.
It spiraled out of control because the cops gave him enough space to make the decisions that he wanted. Instead of them controlling the scene, this man is controlling the scene. The cops are reactionary to what he's doing. Now, in use of force, again, I've talked about use of force several times. Cops can't just show up on scene and somebody looks a certain way and they could pull, I don't like it, pull out their pistol and shoot. If they can justify, if they can articulate, well, the subject, when I showed up on scene, said something and went to his waistband, of which I saw was a pistol in it, put his hand on it, then you could shoot. You have to articulate that. When it comes to use of force, to stop it, right? Command, presence, words, tonality. The cop needs to be the level above because those are the commands, right? Hey, shut the fuck up, get on the ground now. You need to escalate your command presence, your tone, your commands to prevent use of force happening. I hope that makes sense. I don't like police escalation of use of force lawfully. They can't. I mean, it is what it is. But I do believe in police escalating commands to avoid having use of force. I don't care if I'm about to fucking bounce your head off the pavement and you don't like it and it changes your state. You can't talk to me that way. If it changes your state, if it distracts you, if it makes you go, well, fuck this, I'm going to put my hands behind my back, then that de-escalated the force that I was going to use on you. So I'm so tired of the verbal judo. I'm so tired of the de-escalation. There needs to come a time where it's going to be, we're going to fuck you up today if you don't put your fucking hands behind your back. In order to get the subject, even if it's a bluff and they're terrified of it, it decreases the force you have to use if it gains their compliance. This cop in the background, he does not have any command presence, and the cop giving the orders is giving too many orders. But again, too, maybe he doesn't have confidence in his backup right now.
You're going to tase me on my land.
I will.
You will do that.
I will 100% do it. That's correct.
Then do it.
You will tase
Put your
a
hands
peaceful
behind your
man
back.
on his land.
Can we make this peaceful?
It is peaceful. Don't you feel the peace?
No, you're young.
This cop is terrified.
So,
okay, I forgot.
if we are mistaken,
You're mistaken?
If we are mistaken.
Right
If
here.
you're mistaken.
Dude, right here. You got the grass behind him, and you're probably only 6 feet away because he got the fisheye lens is going to distort the distance. While he's distracted and he's turned, you need to Goldberg spear him. Cut him in fucking half and take him down to the ground. But no, we don't have cops today who can fight. We have cops come from a pussy generation of police officers who are terrified to do their job, but it's because command staff doesn't back them up, and then people vilify them for doing their job the right way. Cut this motherfucker in half. Goldberg spear. This is perfect. You're going to land on the arm and the body. You'll have to worry about his right hand. His left hand is holding glasses. And then your partner has got to sit there and take that hand, get him into custody. This is perfect position to end the threat right now.
We can get this all cleared out.
I am Ben Day.
Right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
What's your
That's
date of
all.
birth?
You're looking for who?
What's your date of birth?
Who are you looking for?
What is your date of birth?
Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for?
You're matching.
Look at this.
Looking for?
Elroy.
Okay, you're matching.
Look at this rookie's hands the entire time. He's like this. He has no fucking clue what he's doing.
You're not
Elroy
Elroy?
doesn't live here.
Okay, where's Elroy live?
I don't know. Go ask him.
Because Elroy's
Go
address.
ask him.
Elroy's address is here.
Go ask him.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ask Elroy.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ask Elroy.
I'm going to tell you one more time. Put your hands behind your back.
Dude, Spartan 300 kicked this motherfucker in the well. You're giving way too many commands that he's not complying to. Ask, tell, make. And I know a lot of you who watch the content, you're also anti-police. And you're like, well, there's violence, this and that. Sometimes the violence that is necessary to effect an arrest will prevent the shit that will go sideways. In other words, we know this man is dead, right? We saw that in the news report. Maybe if these cops were a little bit more explosively aggressive in the beginning with necessary violence to take him into handcuffs, this man would still be alive today. But you have two cops who don't know how to do that.
I'm not matching anything. Okay. This is my estate.
Right, but keep this peacefully.
I am being peaceful. I have no weapons on me, and I told you that.
Voice,
I'm allowed to raise my voice. That's not against the law. That's what decibel is it that I need to go past?
Put your hands
do not
behind
touch me.
Put your hands behind your
do
back.
not touch me.
Put your hands behind
do
your
not
back.
touch me. I'm telling you, do not touch me.
I'm going to tase you.
If you tase me, it's going to get hot.
Light him up.
And
Let's go.
I'm telling you, it's going to get hot. I'm telling you, it's going to get hot. I don't care. Go ahead.
I'm going to tase you.
All right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Listen.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ahead and do what you got to do. Go ahead. Don't touch me, though. You're not allowed to touch me.
Back up.
Maintain one-arm distance from.
All right, so far this is one-on-one because this other cop is useless. This cop is brand new, has no clue what he's doing, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt of being brand new because if he actually was seasoned, this cop needs to be fired.
For your own safety.
Taser.
I hate that shit. I never said that. That was taser. I hate that shit. Pull the fucking trigger.
Hey.
Tase him.
They did this. If you watch what he's doing, when I first had taser training, watch this.
Back up.
Maintain one-arm distance from me for your own safety.
Taser.
All right, you see him, watch him sweeping his arms in almost like a circular motion.
Hey.
They were training that when the taser first came out. We had prison footage of guys training to do that as an automatic body response to being tased to break up the leads, so the probes are attached to the leads, and you get up. I don't know what the spread is. I think it's an 18-foot. No, I think some departments have like 30-foot leads. But the wider the distance, you know, the greater chance of a dart not hitting or probe not hitting a subject, all this shit. But they were actively training to do exactly what this man is doing to clear the lines, because the more muscle mass you have, the more that your body will completely lock up, because it's taser, the X26, which I had. I don't know what models are out today. And an involuntary muscle contraction rate of 18 pulses per second. So your body just completely seized up. I was tased. I didn't like it. It's a very, very shitty sensation, but that was in a controlled environment. So this, again, watch him as he does this. He is doing what they were training to do to clear the lines and the leads to break the circuit so that the taser doesn't work on anybody.
Taser.
Hey.
Tase him.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground, please.
OC. Get on the ground.
I gave you everything. Don't touch me.
Stay on the ground.
Do not touch me. If you touch me, you're going to see something you don't want to see.
Elroy, come on.
Get on the ground.
Come on.
For your safety.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
I'm telling you.
Let's make this peaceful.
This is peace and love. This is
okay. There's two cars here. I didn't see that before. So the one cop, I don't think it's a cop in his training. I think it's just an unseasoned cop who really was a danger to the department.
peace and love.
Come on, Elroy.
This is peace and love.
Get on the ground.
Peace and love.
Just get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Don't touch me.
Elroy, come on.
I'm not Elroy.
Now, jumping, tackling, going to a rear naked choke would have ended this instantly. Politicians, pay attention. You guys are getting people murdered because you don't allow cops to actually do the safest technique that would take somebody into custody. And cops, you're killing people because you're not training. It's as simple as that.
What is your name again?
I'm not gay. This is my land. And do not shoot me with that shit again. Go ahead and hit me with that and let it bend. And then you'll see.
Back up.
Hit me with that and
Back up.
It's right here. It's okay.
Back up.
These cops are terrified.
Hit me. I'm giving you permission.
I'm giving you permission to show you so you can see. Why are you listening to this man?
He's trying to help you.
Why are you listening to this man?
He's trying to help you.
I'm not getting.
They're on the route.
Take your gun out and shoot me.
I'm not going to shoot you.
No, so you can see.
I don't want to shoot you.
So you can see.
I don't want to shoot you.
A third deputy arrived to back them
Do
up.
not touch me.
Put your hands behind your back.
This should be zero problem whatsoever to put him into cuffs. He's a big man. He's aggressive. His state has changed. He's got an adrenaline dump. He's in that fight or flight. It's going to be a fight. This is no longer an active resisting subject per se. This is a fucking fight. And all three of these guys need to pig pile on them. They need strikes. They need there's a nerve that runs on the side of your leg. It's a common peroneal. They need to knee the shit out of that until his legs don't work anymore. This is where violence needs to be escalated. I know you guys don't like to hear that, but right now on scene, if he can stand, he's a problem. So they need to take away his legs and just throb the shit out of that nerve to where he gets up and it's like, boom. You need to choke him out. You need to do whatever you take him in, put him into custody. But these cops keep going in the taser, pepper spray. These cops are not trained and they do not have the mindset for war. Yes, this is war right now. You know, a lot of you guys don't like to hear that. You're like, oh, cops are not trained for war. This is when you're at war as a police officer. I told you to do something. You didn't do it. I had the lawful authority. Now we are in a fight. This is a war, and I know it's uncomfortable for a lot of you who hate the police, but you need to be just as educated as well.
Get on the ground.
Again, he knows what to do with the taser.
On the ground.
There, yes.
Hand behind your back.
Got way too much. You got one taser in one hand and a baton in another. This needs to be hands, hands, hands. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing either.
Hands behind your back.
Get a damn fucking taser, you motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah,
Ease up. No, taste.
All right, so this man was shot and killed because of this cop. It's really, keep an eye on this cop at the top of your screen who's got handcuffs in his, but this is the same as the other deputy that I talked about a couple weeks ago at the gas station from Harris County Sheriff, who she shot and murdered a subject who was at the gas station who was unarmed because she did nothing. This is another reason this man is shot and killed, is because this cop at the top of your screen doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm bad. Get off.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Sit down.
You're gonna get shot, motherfucker.
Hey, that again, you could see it right here. This man was shot and killed because the cop that we're looking at right now through his body camera footage is useless. His partner is fucking utterly useless. And so far, the only one who's doing anything is the third cop who showed up on scene.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get fucking shot. It's not gonna work. Get on the ground. It's not gonna work. You're incompetent.
Get on the ground.
Get on the
No one's gonna get murdered.
We don't want to hurt you. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
That's my brother.
Benday, come on.
It's a civil matter.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. This guy, he's a bad actor. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Come on, Benday.
Just get on the ground. What is
Glory
the
to you,
problem?
K9.
Get on
This is a beanbag. You don't want this. Trust me.
All right, you know what? Listen.
Get on the ground.
He had time to go back to his squad car to get the less lethal. This is insane. This is such shitty policing we have right now in America.
You don't want this. You get water later. You can get on the ground now. Get on the ground. You're going to be beanbagged if you don't get on the ground.
Get on the fucking ground. What are you looking for?
Get on the ground now.
What are you looking for?
Get on the ground. You, Elroy.
I'm not Elroy.
Then get on the ground. We can sort it out. But you're going to be handcuffed in the meantime. Get on the ground.
I'm telling you right now.
Get on the ground.
I don't know if I can take it.
Less lethal, less lethal, less lethal. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Times two.
Get on the ground.
I know. Get on the fucking ground, dude. The next thing.
Get on the ground.
Again, rear naked choke. You cut off his blood flow to his brain and let him just pass out. It ends this immediately.
Benday.
Get on the ground. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Behind your back. Hands behind your back.
As it becomes clear the man's wounds will prove fatal, the deputy who fired upon the man begins to suffer a panic attack as he comes to terms with the fact that he has taken the man's life.
Calm him down.
Hey, breathe. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. In, out. In. Come on, face this way. Face this way. Deep breaths. Deep. No.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I know. Deep breaths.
I'd be beating the shit out of my fucking coworkers for putting me in a position to have to shoot someone because they were fucking that horrible. I can't believe it. You saw terrified cops. You saw a useless cops who were over-reliant on their tools, baton, OC, taser, less lethal. Anybody who trains, the rear naked choke. I'm not in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a wrestling coach, Wing Chun Kung Fu. Been doing that for 30-something years. But I will tell you flat out, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's rear naked choke will end 100% of the combative subjects by passing them out and putting them into custody. It is the safest, most effective physical tactic in the history of all tactics, but we don't want to use it. So we're going to continue to shoot and kill people because we're too fucking terrified to do the job as cops and because they have no idea what they're doing.
I want to hear deep breaths. I got you.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
No choice.
No, that's where your warrior mindset is a fucking joke. Yeah, you did want to do that because that's your job. I get it. I've never been in a shooting, thank God, and I have no idea how I would react to it. But no, this is not it. It's the job that you know you have to do, and it just shows these men are not in the mindset to do the most necessary, violent things, lawfully justified when they can articulate it and understand it's their job. It's a shit situation. These men are not warriors.
You're fine. You're fine. Come on.
Oh,
come on. You're fine. Got you. Come on, my boy.
I'm good. I'm breathing.
Come on, let's sit in my car.
The man, who was later correctly identified as Elroy Clarke, died of his injuries shortly after the shots were fired. As we can see from a slowed-down replay of the incident, the deputy began firing upon Elroy as he started to charge him. After multiple shots fired, Elroy was able to make contact with the deputy's firearm.
I don't know how we justify this. And this is where we're at in America today. How do we justify shooting unarmed people because they are beating the shit out of us and multiple ones of us? How do we justify? That is insane. I'm tired. I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm running out of oxygen. This guy's incredibly well trained. I'm losing the fight. Therefore, I'm going to go to my pistol because it's a great. I can't wrap my head around shooting an unarmed person because they are kicking my ass. I can't, but we could justify it like crazy. And it's horrible. Because the lower standard we have as cops, the more often and the more frequently we're going to say it's a justified shooting because, well, these cops couldn't take this man into custody because they don't train, because they're weak, because, I don't know, we got too much soy in the fucking lattes they're drinking that's affecting their emotional state. You saw cops were over-reliant on the taser, the baton. One cop was completely fucking clueless and just useless, and this man died because of it.
The deputy was able to break free and continued firing. He shot 14 rounds, although it's unclear how many struck Mr. Clarke.
14 rounds. He did a mag dump into this guy. They were terrified of him. Holy shit. I wouldn't call the police. Why are you calling the police? Yeah, you got a warrant, all this shit, but this is insane. We have such bad policing in America right now because they're terrified of their own shadow. They're too used to staying on TikTok and thinking nothing's ever going to happen. They don't have this mindset that is necessary for this job. This is horrible.
One other deputy fired one round, although from the available footage, it appears this did not strike Mr. Clarke. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office has publicly endorsed the deputies' actions as consistent with department policy. Both officers who discharged their firearms have been placed on paid administrative leave while the FDLE and the state attorney's office complete their independent investigations. It's unknown whether criminal charges will be brought against these officers until the investigation is published early this summer. As officers began to investigate the scene, they found the area of the property that Clarke's guest, Troy Johnson, had been occupying. It was a barn-like structure that was found to contain 384 suspected marijuana plants, along with a shotgun. After arrest, Mr. Johnson declared himself sovereign citizen Emperor Troy Bay and claimed that the state and federal courts lack jurisdiction over him. He has been charged with failing to register as a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by a felon, marijuana manufacture.
I don't care about any of that. I care about the fact that this is where we are in America right now, that more citizens will get killed by the police because we're allowing police to stay untrained, to stay not fit for the job. I mean, so many outlets, we need 30 by 30, more weaker women out there. It's going to get more people killed. We need to be more inclusive in people coming in with their gender and their race and their religion. I don't give a shit what it is. Their mindset isn't right for the job. Sadly, I know that a lot of people, and I used to say it all the time, I didn't understand the whole when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail philosophy. But in my experience, it's easier to take the hammer mindset and include, no, you're part of the people. You work for the people. You need to sit there, be compassionate towards the people, empathetic, not sympathetic, all this. Than it is to take somebody who has no idea even how to hold a hammer and say, okay, now apply that hammer. It's not, you can't do it. This was a lawfully justified shoot, but this was a useless, bad shooting. And we're going to get more and more of these in America because the politicians took away one of the greatest tactics out there, and because cops are some of the worst, laziest, just useless people on the planet that could not take somebody into custody. Well, Izzo, you could. Yeah, the fuck I could. Yeah, I could. There's no question. I had the blessing of working with cops who were just some of the greatest fucking people from that generation who, when we went hands-on without a problem. So this is a horrible, ridiculous shooting that I don't like whatsoever. And these cops should not be cops at all. Do not forget to go to Patreon, become a member. Starting July, we have our town hall the first Thursday of every month. And we have our Sunday roll calls where you and I get together. We're going to discuss the content you want me to cover, what we need to cover for the week, and what's important to you. And go to coptalklive.org. If you're new, subscribe to the channel here and comment below and let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Be safe out there.